It is the New York Subliners taking on Minnesota RØKKR. Like we said, Jay, we saw New York square up yesterday and look solid on this map versus the Breach. They came out winning like 250 to 150. An excellent performance, and we'll see if they can do it again as RØKKR getting their first taste of Vanguard on land. Great for RØKKR for a moment, then you have a few squad spawns that come in, and just like that, New York, now they've got the advantage. Rotation already being thought about. Despite that team kill, to finally get some clearance, it seems as if every time they're on rotation, there is always somebody at the flank, whether it's been Hydra, whether it's been Clay, whether it's been Neptune, somebody always attacking from the backside. With a few seconds left, Major Maniac, a nice double inside, and has a third one, of course, left to engage with. But 48 to 59, RØKKR, as we said, their very first match on land, and they're getting very well acquainted with Vanguard, especially on a map like Bocage.
Back in this game with a great hold on that P2, but now for rotation, you see New York early into the point, Attach able to find two. Trying to do everything he can as the spawns are gonna flip. Last player in the hill is going to be Crim6 from the New York side. He has to try to go big. He's going to get taken down. Minnesota get in. They're pushing out. That's going to be 2 in the feed. Make it 3 as Minnesota only being down by 20 points. They can get this remaining 15. Only be down by 5. You see number 6 trying to work his way around, but that's going to be 2 in the feed. Make it 3 for Minnesota. 230 and climbing. They are so far pushed out towards the middle of the map. No New York players are going to be close towards this hard point. They eventually take the lead back. They can win it here.
Yeah, both teams have the ability to win it at this hill, given how things start to progress. As Clay taking down 2, there goes Neptune, Crim6 as well. That's going to be 4. They also spawn flip, and they're aware of it. RØKKR now have to look to retake. We've got ourselves a tie game. Only 5 more points for NYSL. RØKKR, can they break in? Standing from one side, he gets cut down, and NYSL making the comeback. And we could be seeing a weapon that he liked to use quite a bit during his playing days, the good old sniper, specifically the car. You expect to see it here on Desert Siege as we are in for round number 1. It's no surprise, Jay, Attach with the sniper out.
And you see New York at least slowly working up towards this middle building. They're not going to commit towards this B site. Clayster and Attach are going to have one hell of a sniper battle between each other. But Clay's actually not going to be sniping. He spots Attach. And now this allows Major Maniac to try to make a play on the slate flank.
And Clay has to know, right? The Attach is somewhat in the area, gets the hit marker and gets dropped as well. Major Maniac now in the 1 versus 3. Had a great performance in the hard point in his formal set. He's saying, hey, it's all good. Focusing now on the first round, but not going to be able to do it. Such a great pivot. Being in the bottom side of that middle building. Oh, as Attach hits the shot onto Crim. I was gonna say, you can never know when a challenge is about to happen, and clearly anywhere on Desert Siege that could be the case. Make it 2 now for Attach. For a moment it looked like Neptune wanted to challenge, but with the smoke out, 1v3. And you know he's aware of Attach. He does not want to give Attach his third.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Minnesota able to walk away with that round.
The pick potential and Attach, another hit marker.
That's unfortunate for Attach. Still 50 seconds on the clock. You see the rotation starting to come in from New York at this A-bomb. Major Maniac's in such a great position. He's going to be able to take him off of that site. Now in a 3v4. Clayson does have that sniper in his hand, and that's going to cost him major fines too. It's going to be a 4v2 now, left up to Crim6 and Hydra.
Crim6 looks to challenge, and Major Maniac. That'll be 3. And his teammate will pick up the other. A big position for him. He finds a kill that instantly makes things easier. Nearly finds one in the Clay. He does. Meanwhile, Neptune also there for the trade. Now up to Priesta. 1v3 in New York. Aware of their positioning. Don't want to try to give up anything for free. And by having that positioning inside a middle, they can be at either of these bomb sites in just a matter of moments. Priesta thought he heard something. He thought he heard something. Engagement on the Crim, sliding out. And NYSL, they finally, after a few rounds, will have a reply of their own. Both teams trying to be extra careful. Neptune having an objective, just peeks out for a little too long. Didn't see Major Maniac there on the left side of his screen. So RØKKR right now with numbers. And New York somewhat split apart. You've got Hydra on one end, Clay on the other. And He might be aware of Major Maniac's positioning. In fact, Hydra is. The pinch is successful. And you see Hydra's instant awareness, thinking somebody has to be inside of that middle building, which will be the case. They'll look to wrap the bomb. Priestley gets dropped, and also they're standing there as well. How about the clutch? And it seems as if those little things starting to be worked out, right? They clutch in that Bocage hardpoint to start. They rebound into that search and destroy and look great. And now they could be finding themselves in a 3-0 win versus this Minnesota roster. But here we go into the Tuscan control. Jay, I'm going to ask you right off the rip, man. How do you want to see Minnesota rebound? What players are you looking at specifically on this map to bring him back?
I'm looking at Standy. Standy has to be the guy on this map. He has the pressure with that MP40 to be able to just put it on New York. He needs to win a majority of these gunfights. You see they're taking early A control. But New York, they're not giving this up easy. 28-27.
Yet Hydra, again, just it's a constant battle for the backside of these spawns. Hydra's able to stay alive, wipe him away, and RØKKR, now they're back to their side of the map again.
Oh, that's a big 2Bs coming in from Neptune. And this entire time while they were capturing A, Neptune was sitting inside P5. He is forcing those spawns for them to spawn all the way behind Fountain. This was just a lot longer of a rotation for Minnesota RØKKR to try to get back in this play. But Crimsix is playing this beautifully, holding down this overextension.
Kicking off the control in a big way would be nice, but Hydra takes down 2 from that top church position. Standy is there to wipe him away. But again, with 7 seconds left, somebody from the RØKKR is going to have to reveal their position. Priest says, all right, it's going to be me. Clay meets him with some fire. The auto guns him down. And RØKKR run out of time. A moment to breathe for Minnesota. And the final push begins to brew for New York.
And Crimsix just made the play. He was able to work his way all the way around the backside, find 3 in a row. But he's eventually going to get taken down with 10 seconds left. New York have to get a push on. They are up by 3 kills. They can potentially do this, but you see Hydra just waiting. Don't want to give up any kills. Minnesota are going to be able to walk away with the defensive win.
2 secure. And how about the start from Standy? Stuns 2 inside of bottom church. Rips apart the top side as well. Standman feeling himself. 4 off the rip, taking down everybody. And now finds himself in a power position. The streak only looks to extend itself.
It cause havoc for the New York players.
And really, the players are smart enough inside of church are going to have to do some work. Hydra filling his position over at P5. Krim as well. He's going to provide some support fire, but that's going to be 2. Make it 3-4 down from NYSL. Minnesota look to stack the point. Yeah, they've got 3 players here. Meanwhile, Standy watching a primary cutoff. New York have a lot of work to do, and not with a whole lot of lives. Trying to make their way onto the point, but they're not going to get here. One of the more dominant rounds that we've seen in control all weekend long.
And if you're Minnesota, you have to make sure you're watching your backside. You cannot go 3 dead. You cannot let chain kills happen right now. Because this is what New York is looking for as they find 2. One player is still going to be pushed out in the back, which is going to be Standy. He's eventually going to get traded, and now New York have a position to try to complete this point.
This could be a great situation. Players from New York need to stay on up, and that appears to be the case. RØKKR, you have to imagine panic begins to set in a little bit. Standy, closest player to the point, but he doesn't know that he's there. Tries to go for the shot, but Krim, that's going to be 3 for him in a row. Make it 4 in general so far. Throughout this moment, takes down Priesta. Given the positioning, and that's going to be another one for Krim. Can it be the 7th? He's hunting for it. He knows that he wants it, and he's got it. Crimsix make it 7. Finally gets cut down, but it will be the objective secured. As Hydra finds attached, that was the farthest pushed up player. With 58 seconds left, RØKKR, they're going to have to come up with something special.
Yeah, Minnesota, they're just consistently flooding this right side, and this is what's allowing NYSL, some kingdom players, to make plays through the middle of the map. Hydra knows the spawns. Unfortunately, he's going to turn at the wrong time there. This is going back and forth right now, but Hydra's in a great position to try to play these cutoff kills.
Maybe a moment to establish something, Standy. A 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, Major Maniac and Priesta still alive toward the point now. It's all going to be on Major Maniac. 18 seconds left, and he can't really hop on an objective. Why? Because here comes the streak. Crimson takes himself out, but he takes the farthest pushed up player away. Attach, the final player alive. Has to try and stay alive for as long as he can. Attach drops, no respawns left, and nobody from the RØKKR is going to be near the points, and it will be a 3-0 the New York Subliners.